Brews and Banner Podcast. Banner Podcast. Brews and Banner Podcast. What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Brews and Banner Podcast. I'm your host, Rob G. And with me, as always, is the Legendary Brew Crew. What up, fellas?
I was reading this weekend.
Mama.
Nah, it doesn't taste like dirt.
My name is Lou Belgium, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm wondering,
Does Delaware have an actual culture? This is the podcast that we talk about beer, but we also talk about a lot of things that's happening in the world. Politics, movies, anything really that comes to our mind while we're here sampling these brews. Grab a drink and pull up a chair.
Ooh, we love you, Brews and Banter Podcast.
oh shit, the snatcher. The snatcher got him.
That's funny.
What up? Welcome to Bruising Banter Podcast. What the topic is the rocket in the brew? Well, that be a few, and I'm your host, Rob G, and with me, as always, the Legendary Brew Crew. What is going on, gentlemen?
Hey guys, how y'all doing?
Hi. He's stupid.
Wonderful. This is episode 236 of Bruising Banter Podcast. If this is your first time joining us, welcome.
Hey guys, welcome to the show. Glad y'all can make it.
And if you are a bruiser or bruisette, we love you. Thank you for returning for another episode.
Welcome back, bruisers and bruisettes. Appreciate you guys.
Yes.
We love
Thank you for tuning in once again.
Yo,
Exactly.
it's so funny because Rob tried to we was on modern brews and beats. That motherfucker try to sound like them with the radio voice. Yeah.
He tried to put a smooth on.
He tried to put that radio host. You
Wherever
can't do that, man. That's their thing.
Wherever I can find somewhere I can you know what? I can add a little something to my thing, no? My
But your
voice.
thing, I won't like yours because yours go high.
Oh, do it? Or does it? You like my low and raspy? You like it like that?
I just been hearing the thing is I've been hearing your voice all my life. And
So
so
you like it like this?
I know what it
Hey, yo.
sounds like.
What's going on, yo? What's good? What's good, bro?
That's like if Lou pop up talking about, hey, I'm like, yo, that's not your voice, man.
Hey,
not-
hey, all right. I mean, I have a lot of inflection points in my voice, so I can go high, I can go low, I can go mid-tone. You know what I mean? You gotta
I got you.
that's that. Yeah. All right. Well, before we get into it, we like
Oh, dumb, man. Oh,
always like to know what we drinking ourselves. What are we drinking today? And we'll start with the master of Bater. What you drinking on?
Yeah.
What?
He like that guy with the arm thing that he's got the wrong arm.
Oh man, that arm was crazy. What that arm crazy? He was like,
That was talking with the master baby. I said, yeah, turn me up.
Yo, you be double fisting? How you double?
Hey, man, hey, bottles everywhere. I don't know what the fuck that was. I don't know. But today I have with me, it's called The Pie Who Loved Me. I guess that's like a play off The Spy. Who, what was it? Spy Who Loved Me? Was it
I would
The
love
Spy?
it. Yep.
Okay.
Yep, you got it.
So this is The Pie Who Loved Me. But this is from Kings County Brewers Collective out of Brooklyn, New York. All right. And this is a fruited sour that we have here. Yeah, Brooklyn. All right. And so we got this sour ale. It's with strawberry, yuzu. Is that how you say that?
Yeah.
Zoom tax?
It's
Bless
yuzu.
you. Bless you.
It's spelled yuzu, nigga. Maybe that's the zoo. Yeah,
You
but
need a
yuzu.
tissue. Would you like a tissue?
It's spelled Yuzu, so I'm assuming it's Yuzu. Yuzu, and
Yuzu, maybe
or
Yuzu, Uzi.
Yuzu. I
What
don't
are
know.
you just what are you saying? Like what is it? What is it? A hop? Is it a
It's an ingredient that's in there, but it says yuzu and
okay?
vanilla. They have it
Okay.
together, so I don't know if that's something that goes together. I don't know. I think yuzu's an actual a fruit, a citrus
Sure.
like type fruit. I think if I know correct, I don't know for sure, but this also
How you
has
spell it again?
Yuzu, but this also has barley and wheat.
Yes, it is a
Right?
fruit. You are
It
correct.
is a fruit. Okay, and so it comes in at 5.5% alcohol by volume. And so, yeah, I mean, it's a sour, so it gives you that. It's a fruity sour, so it gives you that fruity look. Kind of looks like a
Mm,
little like juicy,
hmm
real like some juice right there. Yeah, and so
It's a,
the strawberries is heavy in there just based off the color.
yeah, it's a Japanese fruit to be exact.
Japanese fruit. Okay, what is it? Japanese like an orange or
Yeah,
like?
it's a citrus fruit and plant in the family of the. I ain't gonna say that name either.
Yeah. But
Ratakesis, something like
okay.
that.
I don't know what that is, but this is. I mean, it's a sour, but like with me, this one may be a little bit too tart for me, like too much of a sour, too soury, and not as sweet as I would like it to be. But
hmm
I mean, it's a legit sour if that's what you're going for. But me, my palate sometimes get that sour and it'd be like too sour. I need some
So,
more, just a little bit
so,
more sweet to it.
so it's like a pucker salad. It's like a
Yeah,
pucker
yeah,
sour.
it make you go,
Uh,
but
mm.
not too bad. I had some that make you feel like you need to chew it because it just make your mouth go like that. But this one doesn't do that. But it's a one. If it was just a little bit more sour, then it would. But this one's close. It's close. So I would probably
Did you
just
say
drink
the
one of
ABV,
these.
Yoda?
Yeah, 5.5.
5.5.
Yeah, it actually smells worse than the smell is like crazy.
I wonder if it's like one of those fruit that fruit that has a funny smell, but they say tastes delicious. I wonder if it's similar to that fruit.
Yeah,
I
but you
can't
know
remember.
what? Now I think my tongue had to get used to it. My palate had to get used to it a little bit because it's not. The first sip hit me hard, but now that I'm
Right.
tasting it now, it's not as bad. It's not as bad. It's
Mhm.
not as bad.
All
But I
right.
still
That's
probably
good.
wouldn't drink more than one. I wouldn't. Yeah, you know.
I
But
got you. All right.
for somebody who loves sours, I love that though.
All right. Lou, what you drinking on?
Um, the, we went to a beer festival yesterday, and we talked to some people from Aslin Beer Company, and they let me have one of these cans. It was called Lunar Sauce. It is a
Lunar.
sour ale brewed with blackberry, lime, milk sugars, and vanilla. Milk sugars is just lactose,
Yeah, why
so
did you have to say milk sugars? Like they try to throw you off a little bit.
right. This is a little, but it's all for those lactose people out there. As soon as they see milk or lac, they know don't drink that.
Yeah.
But if you don't have a lactose allergy or a milk sugar allergy, this is a good beer. This is what it looks like. Let me see in
Yeah.
bruising banner taster glass. Purple because of the blackberry. It's tart like Yoda's beer is, but I like it. It's not as tart, and like you say, you keep drinking it, your palate gets used to it, and it dies down. Tasting it yesterday, it tastes a lot different, but I think that's because like what you said, Yoda. Like by the time I drunk this one, I had probably had a few tastes already at the beer fest yesterday.
Oh yeah.
So as soon as I tasted it, it was awesome right from the jump. It tastes a lot different than what I remember from yesterday, but still a good beer. I'm gonna pass me another, but I don't think anybody,
But what?
unless sour is your favorite style, I don't think anybody's drinking more than one of
Hmm.
Hmm.
these.
All right. All right.
Yeah, I got that. Rob, what you got?
I actually got from Mast Landing Brewing Company. I have Gunner's Daughter. It is a milk stout. There it is.
Oh
Milk
yeah, I
stout.
like that. That's
It's
that
a
low ABV too.
yeah, it's about 5.5%. It's a stout brew with natural flavors. Um, it's a beautifully or aromatic and balanced milk stout with a delicious notes of peanut butter, coffee, and dark chocolate. Because it is a milk stout, that means it does have milk sugars as well. So it is lactose, but it doesn't have any peanuts. it does not contain peanuts or nuts. So even though it does have peanut, it does have a nutty smell and taste. So you would think it was, but they said it does not have it. And so it is. It probably comes from the roast of some of the malts.
Right.
That's where you get some of that nuttiness that is happening. But it's real light, real smooth, really a nice drinkable. Like it's like, especially because of the ABV, it's like a 5.5. So it's like for folks who like Guinness, but it doesn't taste like a Guinness, even though it's more complex than a Guinness. But this probably is your intro to the stout world because it's not going to kill you with any barrel age or some high ABV joint. This is a nice one you can sip on or drink and still be able to function.
Yeah.
That's good.
I noticed that I'm starting to like those stouts, those
The lower ABV ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Attic had one too.
Yeah, Mast Landing is actually is out of Westbrook, Maine. So it's out up there in New England. So shout out to them. This is a solid stout, milk stout. So if you are in the market for them and you up in Mast Landing area and you want to stop in, make sure you tell them Brews and Banter sent you. I'll say pass me another.
Yeah, like I noticed them.
In my black is beautiful glass.
Yeah, those low ABV stouts, man. I can't fuck with them because I like stouts, and normally I can only just drink like a little bit of a stout because the ABV be so high on them joints. Right. But those low ABV ones, they taste just as good, but with the low ABV, I can't dig that. I dig that shit. Now you gonna lie.
Yeah, it's like almost like a breakfast stout where it's real low. There's actually some that are lower. That's like 4.3%. But these yeah, so because like they're big in like St. Patrick's Day where you try and drink from you can't drink all day if you don't start at breakfast time. So you gotta hit it right from the jump. And 4.3, 5.5, you can do a good amount if you if you are high tolerant and take some spacers. You'd be good.
Yo, you ever went out on St. Patrick's Day?
No.
Yeah.
Not since I've been a beer drinker, but I have.
Oh, I haven't been out on St. Patrick's Day ever in my entire life.
St. Patrick's Day is the time.
I might have been out once, maybe.
Guess me, I'm Irish.
Maybe once, maybe I went. Yeah, I think I did for sure. I think I went to a St. Patty's Day crawl. I think I went to one.
I've been to the St. Patrick's Day loop in Wilmington before.
Yeah. The loop, crawl loop. Yeah.
Okay. So y'all get out the house then on St. Patty's Day. Not me. I just be like
back in the day.
This was years ago. Right. This is
I get it.
Pre-kids. This is pre-kids.
So, okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
For both of y'all.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So I haven't done any of those Wilmington loops with children in tow.
Yeah. I had kids that said fuck them beer crawls and them loops and shit.
Man, you gotta get up in the morning for sure.
Yeah, it's hard to do that when you did a crawl or a loop.
Right. No matter how hard you drink, you gotta get up in the morning and tend to your children.
Right.
And babies don't be hungover when you hungover. Like they always gotta wake up at 5 a.m. that day.
Right.
Man, ain't that what Benadryl
you do one loop or crawl with your oh man, that's crazy. You do one loop or crawl with kids, you wake up the next day and that's your last loop or crawl.
Right. Exactly. Unless you were the designated driver or and you didn't
or you got a babysitter and you can sleep in. But if you gotta get up with them children in the morning, if you gotta get them after the loop, like why even go to the loop?
Right.
Yeah, like
part of enjoying the loop is sleeping in the next day.
Right.
Part of it.
So if you gotta go pick them up right after the loop, you ain't even drinking that much though. If you go
right
after the loop, you might as well not go.
Yeah, you're just there for the music, maybe, I guess.
Yeah, I've never been.
You could be the designated driver, like you could say, "I'll be the designated driver." But
but that's what. Yeah.
I don't think I've like. I mean, like this crazy because I have been a designated driver several times in places, right? But don't call me that. Like I don't
Why?
yo, because the thing is that it's because like it's just because I'm driving. I know my limitations on drinking when I'm driving, right? I know my limits, but don't just assume like that and say, oh, he's gonna be our designated driver. Don't do that because I'm not. I'm just happen to be the one driving, and hopefully I don't drink too much because I'm responsible that we can get home. You know what I'm saying?
So you'll never actually be a designated driver. You're always a
I'm just responsible.
Leslie drunk driver than everybody else
So that's
and all the
that's
passengers.
big drunk.
Jesus.
Leslie
Alright.
drunk.
Right.
And they still call that buzz driving.
Right. Right. Buzz
I don't be
driving is
buzzed.
drunk driving.
Nah, listen, I know what I can drink and what I can't.
Okay. Alright.
So,
Alright.
you know,
For all those young folks listening, do not drink and drive. All right.
yeah, definitely don't drink and drive. Drink first and then drive. It's like, nah. No, Belgium, sing me. Hit that other button. No.
All right. Well, Lou did bring up what we had done over the weekend. We had the I guess the privilege to go on down to beautiful the coastal area of Delaware and hang out with the good folks from Dewey Beer Co. and all their friends at Dewey Beer Co. and Friends second annual festival that happens down here in February. And it was a good time. I know they did start off. They had a whole agenda the whole week. They had a local fest on Thursday. I couldn't attend that was because it's on Thursday and a 2-hour drive. But that had all the local breweries down in Dewey as well. So that probably was a cool event. Some of the things I heard about it was cool. But the Dewey Beer and Friends that happened on Saturday was definitely a very good time. So well done and kudos to all the folks who worked to put that together. They had a lot of breweries that I've never had before come on out.
Yeah, that's true.
From all over, I guess, all over North America, because there was at least 2 from Canada that were up there, and it was a good time. They had food, which is that's a plus.
That's a plus. Yes,
Like,
That was the best.
we was talking about that because it's like normally when you go to a beer festival, you got to stand in the line for either a vendor or a food truck. And y'all just waiting and waiting. You spend half your time waiting in line for food because you know you're drinking and you gotta eat. Man, that food was popping the whole time. They made sure it was enough for everybody.
right.
I like that.
There was a lot of people there.
It was in
also
different. It
felt
was in different areas of the joint too. So it wasn't ever a line. It was always
Right.
Walk up and eat.
Yeah, it was dope that
What was you gonna
because
say,
they didn't put the food where the beer was. So like that
Right.
made a lot of sense.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And there was a decent amount of people, but it was also, I guess, manageable for I don't know what the exact word is, but the aesthetics or whatever they were going for, the festival, the feel like friends and stuff like that. It wasn't like 4,000 people out there. I think it was maybe 750, 800 people that came on out. It was a nice, really event. It was kind of intimate, I guess. It's more of an intimate beer fest, but not really because there was still a lot of folks there. But it wasn't like so many people that it was like, oh my goodness, it's just out of hand.
Yeah.
If you wanted to get to a beer, you had an opportunity to get there. I didn't stand in line too long for any beer.
Yeah,
really.
I didn't even think of that. Like it wasn't really too many. I think because it was enough breweries there for you not to have to wait in line. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
you could just go to one and move because they were close. Like you can just move to a different line if it was a line. But then everybody was like, was really there to taste these beers and not to talk too much to the breweries. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't a lot of that going on. A lot of people getting that beer, drinking it, and like, I'm moving.
I don't know. I think some people stopped and talked to him. I
Yeah,
think it
but
was,
not as many as I've been to a lot where it's been like people be talking to people for like hours, and it's like y'all get stuck, and it's like move out my way. And he got to pour. He's still pouring. He working.
All right. I think it's how they kind of rotated. Like some people would pour, walk away, and then maybe some people caught them there while they were mingling, and maybe chatted about a little bit there. And then you had the specialty pours that happened at certain points in the time. Like one of the Quebec, I think it was Quebec breweries had a barrel aged saison, which was really nice. It was barreled aged. I think it was barreled in a white wine barrel, so it didn't. So obviously you wouldn't get any of the. It wouldn't be over. It wouldn't taste like brandy or anything like that. So it had really crisp, clean. I'm not even really I'm not really a big saison person, but I was like, hey, I'm standing here, and it's barreled aged at 3:30. Let me pour my glass. It was actually pretty. It was pretty nice. It was a real nice, especially if you are a wine
That's what
drinker.
festivals are for, though, Rob. Yeah, because you never really find wine barrel.
Yeah, that's
beer.
true.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So like it felt specialty. Like tasting that, it almost like just reading the advertisement for it when you walked up to their table. It's like, oh, I'm gonna make sure I taste that before I walk away, even if you didn't have a saison in mind for that day.
Yeah.
I think it was the
Yeah.
only that was like the only one that I saw too of that style.
I think one of my new beer friends, he walked up there and actually got a little more detail about it. I think he said one of the brewers was a sommelier before he started brewing beer. So that's why
nice.
A lot of the things they use are wine barrels. They don't do a lot of barrel age. When they do barrel age, it's more wine barrels that they are using because of their background. So I'm like, oh, how about that? That was different. So it was cool for sure. Was there anything that stood out to y'all or beer that you thought, or brewery that you thought was really bringing something new to the table, or just in general that you enjoyed a lot?
I think everybody out there knows that Dewey Beer Co is my favorite. They make my favorite beer, the Secret Machine. And I felt like Yoda brought this up while we were out there. It seemed like they were real specific on who they chose to be at the beer fest. It seemed like they had to make some type of smoothie beer, some type of sour beer, some type of IPA that was good, or just be creative in what you brought. So for a person like me, like it was almost every table, every brewery had their version of a sour or some type of stout, and sometimes they had IPAs, but it wasn't even necessary to try to taste the IPAs because there were so many sours and stouts and just a variety of creativeness. I think the most creative beer that I saw out there was from Ill Will Brewing in Ohio. They had like she is a female lady. Her name is Kathy. She's the owner of the brewery, and she made up this mixed drink beer, and it was like a cheesecake s'mores. And she would ask you like, you like s'mores or cheesecake? You tell her s'mores, and or if you tell her cheesecake, she like strawberry or caramel. And you tell her strawberry, and then the whoever was making the beers would give you this white beer, like a milkshake looking thing. And for the s'mores, they would set it on fire. It was an amazing, and you had to drink it with a straw. It was very very creative. Ilwa did a very good job at with their beer.
Yeah, I want to see
was good.
what
It was
else they
something I
got.
never had. Yeah, it was something I never had. And they were Game of Thrones themed too, so that kind of was up my
Yeah.
alley. They were dope. That stood out to me the most. Illwill's concoctions.
Yeah, they definitely got something. They definitely are bringing something different to the table, and I think they're about an hour away from Pittsburgh, and an hour away from Cleveland. I
Oh
think
yeah. She did say that.
Okay.
I wasn't sure exactly where Columbiana, Ohio was, so I asked her, and that was one of the. She was like, "Oh, yeah, about an hour away from." Because I was like, "Oh, I'm in Pittsburgh all the time. Maybe."
Yeah. Hey, why not?
Right.
Why not?
Not all the time, but once a year at least.
Yeah.
Like
but
traditional snobby beer drinkers would have
would
probably
have turned their
not
nose
liked
up
it.
to that. Yeah,
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 that's not beer, but that was fucking beer, and that was creative, and that was the craft of craft beer for sure for me. Yoda, what about you?
yeah, yeah. I mean, I didn't really taste theirs, but I saw them, and I mean, I had a little sip of what Rob had, and that was absolutely delicious. But I, it's just crazy that is beer. That's the only thing. Like
That's beer. That's
it's
definitely
beer,
beer.
but it was definitely crazy. One that, uh, I did have I had a beer from a brewery. I can't pronounce the name. Brazier, Brazery,
Oh, Brasserie
something.
Dubas.
Dubois, yeah, Brazery Dubois had a good stout that was a coconut joint that was like
Mm,
absolutely delicious. Of course, I couldn't drink too much of it because it was it was like a 12, nah, I think it was 13 or 14% ABV
hmm
on it. But it was so smooth and the coconut was so good. It tastes like a almond joy a little bit, but uh but just not as chocolatey, more on the coconut side of
Mm.
hmm
things. But it was fucking delicious. And yeah, I like there's John. There was another one that I had that was good, but I can't remember who it was. I can't for the life of me remember where it was from, and I think I took a can. But 450 had good beers too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
450
450.
450 North
Yeah,
had some really good beers.
they
Really
out of
good.
Ohio too, right?
No, they're Indianapolis.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
right, because they the corn maze people.
Yeah,
450 is
Yes.
the
yeah.
corn maze people.
Yeah.
hmm
So yeah, shout out to them too. And for
And to be honest, man, like to be honest, I have to do a better job at keeping notes while I'm at
me
the beer
too. It's so
fest, so
hard
I could
though.
say what brewery or at least take pictures or something. Because I had a peanut butter stout that tastes like a Snickers bar to me. I had
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
a orange mango smoothie that just tastes like a alcoholic milkshake. I had a grape soda seltzer that tastes like Welch's grape juice. I had so many different like good flavored, good crafted beers yesterday. I just don't remember who brewed them.
Yeah, and it's funny because that experience was like a different type of beer festival experience, and it probably is because of the way they had it set up with they had a lot of the breweries in line with what they do at Dewey Beer Co. But the experience
hmm
was like crazy because, like you were saying earlier, Lou, like you didn't have to get an IPA because there was so many other options as far as the sours and the stouts. And because I noticed I ain't drink any IPAs, and normally I at least try an IPA,
Yeah,
even
yeah.
like, but it was so many other things that I like there. I didn't even go for one. And then when I was
I
great
was
go
the
for
same
one,
way.
Rob stopped me and gave me something else that I liked. But it
Yeah, try
was
this.
like, yeah, and I'm like, God, it was
Yeah.
just that's a good experience. Which one stood out for you though, Rob?
I think one of the ones that stood out to me, I was just looking at the picture I had took, yeah. It was
Taken,
from
Taken, taken,
it was
tooken,
from
tooken.
Heavy Real Brewing. I'm not sure exactly. I think they're out of New Jersey. But they had the
Oh
pineapple
yeah, that
whip,
pineapple joint.
the pineapple whip.
Oh
Oh, that
yes.
was good.
That was
That was good.
that was good too. As well as I think it was, I want to say it was Blue Jacket. I think they had a rose
Bottle.
lager. It was
Yeah,
a
it was
real,
in the bottle. Yes.
yeah. I was like, oh, that's nice. That's it's
Yeah, the
brunchy, but
wine drinkers, those two, that Cezanne and that one, those were very good. Wine drinkers would have enjoyed that because it wasn't carbonated too much. It was real soft and sensual to the
Mm,
mouthfeel.
yeah, it
okay.
definitely was. Definitely some. I think the lady who was pouring, she was like, yeah, it definitely makes me want to have a little brunch here. But I think everything. There was no bad pour actually. I had, but I know the heavy reels REEL really stood out to me for because one it was it said pineapple. It was pineapple for sure. It tasted. I liked what Ill Will was doing. Even Beer Scubby was there as well, and Ryan had a I guess 2 o'clock stout pour. I can't remember um, what I drank, but it was delicious. He'll probably if he hear it, he'll probably let me know exactly what it was. But it was a fine treat. But just giving the a sense of who was there, because I said there was all over the place. You had Aslin Beer, as Lou had already mentioned. You had Blue Jacket, Brasserie de Basse, Brick City, Burley Oak, Burnish, Celestial, Commonwealth, Kushwa, obviously Dogfish, Evergreen, Foam Brewers, Great Notion was there.
Evergreen had a good. Evergreen had
Foam
a good
Brewers was there.
Yeah.
Mesorim, that's the other French, other Canadian brewery.
Yeah, they were good. That was good too.
Yeah, Juicy had a nice selection. Resident Culture, shout out to the folks down in North Carolina. They always have some good beer. Ouzel Finch was there, other half. Sapwood Cellars, they had a good beer too. I tasted theirs, and I think they're doing a lot of good things down in Maryland.
I think that Ouzel Finch is the ones that brought the seltzer sodas.
That was one of them.
Oh yeah,
that was one of them. Yeah, because Trogs had one as well. It wasn't seltzer, but it was in that same vein. But yeah, Ouzel Finch was the one that brought the grapes, the grape one, and the other.
Grape and cherry, I think. It was either cherry or strawberry. It was red. It was red and grape. They had red and grape.
Yeah. You also had Transcend, Tripping Animals. I said Trogs already. Two Tides, Variant, Voodoo, Warwick Farm, Wiley Roots, and Zool. Zool had their famous
Imprint.
Imprint was there. Yeah, Imprint was there as well.
And one you didn't mention was Kings Brewing. They are out of Rancho Cucamonga, California. I like saying that word. Rancho Cucamonga. I like that. But they had I stole a can. I didn't steal a can. I got a can. They had the Hydra Froze.
Oh yes. Yes.
Oh yeah, I got a can of that too.
The Hydra Froze, and then they had the Hydra Froze Deuce.
That's the one that tastes like marshmallow, right? That was like the marshmallow one.
Yeah, marshmallow. Yeah, and then the Deuce has double the marshmallow in it. They went back and said put more marshmallow on top of that shit. And
that's
it's
just
good,
delicious,
man. And I'm not a fan of marshmallows in general, but I like marshmallow in beer.
They put pride in that.
I like that. The cream or the creaminess or the whippedness.
Yeah.
It's like adds a little whippedness in it. The sugar adds extra kick in there too. Yeah. So
I don't like marshmallows out in the wild.
What?
Well, you might not like
s'mores, my nigga.
You might not like the texture. Maybe it's the texture that don't. You might not like the texture, so that
it is.
That's probably what it is. But once you get that out of there, so it's just liquefied, then you're like, oh, this is what I like. This is nice.
You could be right. You could be right there on that one, Rob.
You're just gonna drink. You're just gonna drink marshmallow.
Marshmallow extract. Marshmallow extract.
Well, what you drinking marshmallows by?
Yeah, but it was really well done. So shout out to Dewey, the whole team that came out. It was phenomenal. And shout out to the homie John, who was one of our first guests back in the day, brewing good stuff up there and at Dewey as well. He was one of our first guests, maybe in 2018. One of the first 5 or 6 episodes. I don't remember exactly when. Yeah.
OGs. Yeah, that was the whole vibe. Oh, shout out to the DJ that was there too. Yo, I'm gonna definitely say shout out to that DJ because he kept the vibe going and like he played everything. Any kind of music, he played something for everybody. Like he didn't skip nothing. So shout out to him and he kept it going. So and all of the people that was working because they was keeping the food coming out and keeping the buckets clean for people to dump this stuff and everything. So
it was well-oiled machine. It was a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's only in year 2.
Year 2, which is crazy. Year 2 came out well. Shout out to the day that they were able to catch too, because the weather was nice for it to be February.
Yeah, February in Delaware on the beach. February in Delaware on the beach is not a good look most days. Right. It was a good look that time.
Yes.
Shout out to global warming. Harrison.
Shout out to Harrison.
I said shout out to global warming.
Shout out to global warming too. Every once in a while, it's on your side. Every once in a while, global warming could be on your side.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
enjoy it. I thoroughly enjoyed all the pours. I know a lot of people were clamoring over Zool's peanut butter stout that they have. I didn't get a chance to taste it this time, but I tasted it I think in a previous beer festival. So I understood what they were why they were impressed, because it
Hmm.
did taste like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for sure. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I was the lineup was Trace was out there. I didn't say Trace. Trace out of Pittsburgh, or is always
oh
at
yeah,
Barrel and Flow representing. They were out there doing their
Hmm.
thing. Even some of the same people that go to Barrel and Flow who came on out too. Was out there pouring. It was just a lot of good beer. Um, so I appreciate them all coming out to Delaware.
yeah,
And representing. Well, and Dewey obviously speaks for itself. It is a brand that has expanded its borders way beyond Delaware. I think
yeah,
they just opened up a tap room in Denver as
yeah.
well. So they are doing their thing. Cheers to them.
Yo, and like black people. Yo, stop missing out on these opportunities to have a good time. Yo,
Yeah.
yo, stop missing out on these opportunities to have a good time and to try something
Rob
different.
started
Yo,
this podcast. Rob started the podcast so that he could see more black faces at at breweries and at beer fest. His goal, he still has work to do. I'll say that because
well,
it's
the work is never done.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's a few. There
especially
was a couple. There was a couple.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
oh yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right, right,
But I
right,
feel
right,
like
right. I'm
like
not,
it's
I'm
no
not,
work. Go ahead.
yeah, because I'm not saying that it wasn't any black or brown people there, but the thing is that there's a lot more that drink beer in Delaware, and a lot of times that they see these beer fests happening, or even just the breweries period having something, they don't go out to these events because they don't feel like they. I mean, I don't know what it is. I guess they don't feel like they're invited, but I mean, we're invited
I
everywhere.
I feel like just people in general don't understand what a beer fest is.
Right. Yeah.
I
Yeah, that's
feel
true too.
like we did some man on the street interviews that will come out over the next couple of days, weeks, months, years, whatever we decide.
Damn.
Um, yeah, you never know. You never know. You never know. But I don't want to put no pressure on anybody. But one of the guys interviewed said he was like, I love IPAs, but I love to come to beer fest so I can expand my palate on different styles. He was like, I come to beer fest not looking for any IPAs because I want to taste the sour, I want to taste the goes, I want to taste the stout and see if I can go home and find the equivalent at my bottle shop and buy that particular style of beer, and then the next year I'll have something different. And I really think that that's a nice way to approach beer fest is to know it's going to be, unless they say specifically like, hey, this is a lager fest or this is an IPA fest, that the
Right.
most time you're going to get all these different varieties of styles and flavors on your in your palate, and it could change your whole mind and idea on what beer truly is. So not just black people, like non-beer drinkers, go because you never
Yeah.
know. You never know.
Yeah. It's something. It definitely like, especially this event. I'm not gonna lie. This event probably would have, like, for somebody that don't drink beer or has a
Oh, to change their
specific,
mind.
yeah, a
Hmm.
specific thought about beers. Yo, this would have totally changed your mind about it because these were not your normal what you think a beer should be. Like, it was a lot of them was out of the box. A lot of them was a lot of work put into them. A lot
Hmm.
had different. It was so many different flavors and types that was there. I mean, it was that was a great event, and so I'm hoping that next year we can see more of us there. Um, shit, if y'all don't feel comfortable, hit us up. We'll all go out together and have a good
Yep.
time. Yeah.
We
Yo,
could have a
and
meetup.
yo, and then meeting people, like, it's always fun to meet these people, man. You meet new people every time you go to a beer festival.
People are funny.
People are funny. Like, you'd be
Yep.
surprised
And
how
and it
many people
it
that
ain't nobody trying to be mad at nobody at no
nah,
beer fest,
nope,
man.
nope,
Like people be
not at
bumping into
all.
you all the time. People don't wear your best Jordans. I tell you that though. And don't
Right.
be mad because
Right.
your feet will get stepped on. You're gonna have some footprints on your shoes. So
Yeah.
just wear your worst, best, most comfortable foot gear and go out and have a
Yeah.
good time, man.
Have
Don't
a
get
good
drunk.
time.
And if you do get drunk, that DJ playing good music, you gonna dance the night away.
Yeah. DJ kept that vibe going. I like that. I like that. I really did.
But yeah, we
Shout out
need
to
to we
Dewey.
need to have a Newcastle County trek down the Dewey
To
Beer Co and
yeah,
friends
yeah,
next
yeah.
February.
I think so too.
I think that would be good. We get a whole big old van or not we won't do Greyhound, Rob, but we can get a charter
A
bus.
bus.
Yeah, and go on down the way.
Damn
'Cause
right.
it'll be nice, man. And it's not even an expensive beer fest. It's
Nah,
not
nah.
expensive at all.
And plus
If you
with
live,
the food, man, that's worth it.
that
Because
was a bonus that I was not expecting.
yes, me too. Because the food, the thing is, why I keep saying the food is because like it was something. It was chicken. It was burgers. It was fries. It was pretzels. Like shit that stick to your stomach was there, and
Hmm.
and
It
like
was
they
beer
made
drinking food. Beer
right,
drinking
right,
food.
and they made
Everything but
sure
food.
that it stayed available. Like that's
Yeah,
the
and
thing.
it did not run out. Like the beer fest
Right,
was over at 5 o'clock, and at 4:30, I saw a lady bringing fresh fries
right.
out to the thing at 4:30. So
Yeah,
they weren't trying to skim you. They was like, y'all better eat. Like don't walk out here and say you ain't eat.
right. And then
Right.
you could eat as much as you wanted. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Well,
like
there,
oh they had spring
there-
roll. They had spring egg rolls
oh
too.
yeah, spring roast too.
yeah,
Yeah,
there's some benefits to having a beer fest at a hotel.
right.
Yeah,
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 right, right.
yeah.
That's true. That's true. I
That's
just
shout
wish
out
I would have had a room at that hotel, like, and just
yeah.
enjoy the whole
Next year. Next year.
the whole beer fest. Like, yeah, yeah. Maybe I'll be more prepared next year.
Yeah, next. I thought about it, but I was like, well, my daughter had chairs, so I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
um,
Daddy duties.
yeah, but it was overall once again a great time. So shout out again once again to the folks who make the magic happen down there in Dewey, the brewers, the cellar folks, the salespeople, the planners who put together this beer festival, the owner.
Yeah.
Shout them out. They
Brandon. Thank you, Brandon.
all did a
Brandon,
wonderful.
Harrison, and Kelly specifically. Billy Beer Co.
Yeah,
You guys are
yeah, yeah.
And John.
And John. Oh yeah, and John, and
great.
John,
Yep. Then
and
John.
John,
Then John.
and John.
Sorry about that, John.
Sorry.
And Harrison. And you already mentioned Harrison.
Yeah,
I say
yeah.
Harrison.
He did. He did. Yeah, they looked
Uh,
out.
yeah. All right. What else is going on tonight? Is Sunday, so if you are listening, tonight is Grammy night.
Oh, for real?
Anybody watching?
The Grammys
Yeah,
is out
tonight.
tonight?
Yep. The
What time it
Grammys
come on?
I don't know, 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
something like
Yeah, I'll be
Probably.
asleep.
that. So I was going to ask you some. I guess if you don't even know if it's Grammy night, so you don't even know who's up for awards.
Nah.
Yo, but yeah,
Ask me the
you know
question
what's
anyway.
crazy? Because I don't, and then I don't pay attention who's up for awards. One, because I don't really care. But
Huh.
and then the other thing is that like normally when I hear who's up for an award, the person that I want to win don't fucking win. So it's like,
Well, your favorite
Get outta
person is
here.
up for. I think she has the most
SZA?
nominations this year. Yeah, she has the most
oh
nominations.
yeah, I'm
this
gonna
year.
watch it. Did I say it up?
I ain't even finished.
You don't gotta say no more. Don't say no more. That boy up until 11:30
I'm
tomorrow.
watching that whole thing. Locked and loaded, baby. Locked and loaded.
Well, I'm curious to know.
Ew.
So I'll just ask you in general. I'll do maybe 2 or 3 categories. Record of the year, you have "Worship" by John Baptiste. You have "Not Strong Enough" by Boy Genius. I don't no clue who that is. "Flowers" by Miley Cyrus. "What Was I Made For" from the Barbie motion picture from Billie Eilish. And "On My Mama," Victoria Monet. "Vampire" by Olivia Rodrigo. "Antihero" by Taylor Swift. And you have "Kill Bill" by SZA. I'm curious to know who you think will win in that category.
Wait, who we think will win or who we want to win?
Well, either both. Who you want to win and who you think will win.
I want SZA to win, right?
Mm-hmm. for Kill Bill.
For Kill Bill, but I think Billie Eilish may win.
I agree. I think I agree. I think Billie Eilish will win. I love Billie Eilish.
It's Billie Eilish, and then the song's a good song. So it's like,
I agree with you guys. I think Billie Eilish has the best song. Like I actually really like that song that is nominated. I think Taylor Swift is going to win, isn't she?
No, I think Billie actually.
Anti-Hero is a really good song too. I want Vampire to win. I like the Olivia Rodrigo.
You like?
I want. So I'm rooting for Vampire. Kill Bill is a great song, and we all know why you want SZA to win. Yoda,
because I love her.
Yeah, exactly. Like it'd be more power to the people type shit for me rooting for SZA. Like I just rooting for everybody that's black. So of course I'm rooting for SZA, but I think Billie Eilish is going to win, and I would like for Vampire to win.
Okay, all right. And actually, I was just watching an interview with Olivia Rodrigo. She is on her game. Like I think her and her team made sure that she owned a lot of her masters before she even. So she out here actually getting her money. She don't got to worry about re-recording later like Taylor had to do. So she learning from the mistakes of and that's what you should do if you come out.
Right.
Definitely. Look. As soon as you get big enough to be on that type of stratosphere, you should be texting or asking to have a meeting with Taylor, like, or Beyonce. Like, you need to find out how to stay relevant. Like, all these people come out and drop albums every day. The second and third album is what you want to have. Like, you want some longevity. We know 1,000 one-hit wonders.
Yeah. Now my dark horse on it.
People that got 18 albums going. You know what I mean?
Yeah. My dark horse in this. That's true. My dark horse for this category, I enjoyed it so immensely, is "On My Mama" from Victoria Monet. I just like the song. I guess probably could have used that. On my
mama. Yeah. That song's a legit song, but I'm it's crazy because I'm actually surprised that it's on the nominee list.
Yeah, that was shocking.
I don't know. It was a big record. I think
it's a big record. It's a nice song, but
I didn't know how big it was. I didn't know how big
she had a big year. She had a
That's the South African lady, right?
Yo, that's crazy.
South African?
I don't know what she is.
I know it's either her or Water Girl.
Yeah, that's
Water Girl is South African. Yeah. Water Girl is South African. Tyler is South African.
On my mind, on my mama girl is not.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Not be. Okay.
Best new artist. And you have Gracie Abrams, Fred again. Don't know who that is. Ice Spice. You already know what I think about that. Jelly Roll. Coco Jones, Noah Khan, Victoria Monet, The War and Treaty. The War and Treaty actually is I think that's the husband and wife song. The people that one of the ladies who sung on maybe that's not the same people.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with Jelly Roll though.
Oh yeah, I do too. I think
I like Jelly Roll, yo.
I think he probably will win.
Yeah, I fuck with Jelly Roll. He seems like mad cool.
Yeah. We saw
that's
him at
that's the only talk to guy when I need a favor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I saw him at Jingle Ball. He did it. He was like, I'm sick, but I ain't gonna miss a chance to come out and perform for my first time in Philadelphia. And he did a great job.
Yeah, he sounded like he was sick.
Nah, he didn't. He didn't at all. I thought so. War and Treaty is the husband and wife team, and the lady was sung in Your Eyes on the Sparrow on Sister Act 2 with Lauryn Hill. So her and her husband have
okay.
They have a team together. So I was like, oh, that's cool. But they are up for best new artist. But yeah, I think it goes to
Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll. I like Coco Jones, but I think
me too. I love Coco Jones, but I think yeah. I love.
I try to listen to Grace Abrams. It just wasn't my joint. She got some with Little Yachty. Nope, still didn't do nothing for me. I might have made it worse.
Damn.
Yeah, you got to be a fan of Lil Yachty for that song to even be the one that you listen to that you thought was going to bring you in. But
I'm like, listen to the most hip hop song on the album. What genre of music is she? 'Cause I've never heard of her.
I want to say like folksy, and I love folk music, so it's like, but I don't even know because it's like seems like she kind of like sings off behind the beat too. It's a
Hold up.
weird.
Is that hold up? You love folk music?
Yeah, I love folk music.
So like,
Maybe
who's
I
your
don't
favorite
really know what folk
musician?
music is.
Like Ray LaMontagne. That's one of my favorite folk.
All right, no, say less, bro. I gave you the test. You passed with flying colors. I ain't never
Because
heard
I don't know
nobody
who
say
the
I
fuck
love
that
folk
is.
music. I was like,
So-
well, who the fuck sings folk music? He was like Ray Montanale, nah, Top Wasabi. Yeah, that's good for you. Good for you.
That's my man.
I don't never question you, but I never heard you speak over this folk music.
Oh yeah, sometimes it drives my wife insane. Now, I'd be like, what is this? She be like, yeah, just like that from them.
I got
Yeah.
music like that too. I understand.
Yeah, because
Absolutely, for sure.
I guess I don't know if Brittany Howard falls in that category as well, but I like Brittany Howard's and Alabama Shakes. I guess they folksy a little
That's
bit
more
too.
country. That's not more country.
It might be folksy country. Yeah.
Yeah, Alabama Shakes. I
mean, they all fall in that.
I like Alabama Shakes.
They're like cousins.
I don't know no songs, but I've heard it before.
What's another category that they got? Fuck that folk shit.
What's in the hip hop category?
Well, we'll go with producer of the year, non-classical. You have Jack Antonoff, Hit Boy.
Oh, shit.
Alchemist, or is that just? Oh no, it's Hit Boy, Metro Boomin, and Daniel Negro or Negro. I don't know.
Oh shit! Damn it!
Is it an I?
That's an
Nigger.
I. That's an I.
Okay.
Nigro. So I'm going with.
Oh,
Negro.
that Negro.
Yo, did you know?
Yeah.
Did you guys
I want
know
Met-
that the
I'll
word
go with Metro
niggle
Boomin.
is a word called niggle?
No, what do I mean?
It means like to like nitpick, like get on somebody's nerves.
That
Sure.
nigga is niggling.
Stop niggling me.
Yeah, stop
Stop
niggling
niggling me.
You
Yeah,
fucking
my
nigga. Stop
wife-
niggling. It's like,
Don't let your wives niggle you at your house. That's your house. Don't let your
I mean,
don't let your black wives niggle you too hard at
I'm
work.
gonna use it at work one day if I feel like my manager's like micromanaging me. I'm like, hey, stop niggling me.
Stop niggling me. Stop niggling me. And then you get an email from HR. And I go to HR. And you gotta explain it.
You gonna have to take a dictionary with you.
I can say niggle. So I can say it. Yes, white people.
You
You
gonna
can
have
say
to take
niggle.
a.
You can say niggle.
You
Yeah, you can say niggle.
I'm gonna go there with a dictionary. Look.
But we tell white people to say niggle on Black History Month.
You stupid.
Yeah, I think Metro might have a chance in this
Metro
category.
may have a chance because I mean, get a brother like that dude go hard, yo. He goes so hard.
He do.
So
And I'm
hopefully-
just looking at the albums that he did.
Do they
think
say?
he,
Do they give you a list? Do they give you a list of the albums that he did this year or production credits that those producers had? I like that.
Yep.
Well, that's a
I
lot.
mean, some of it was his own album, obviously,
Yeah.
but
But his album was legit. Like,
yeah.
But that's another reason why he should probably get nominated for because he sat down and was like, let me produce a masterpiece production. You know what I mean? Like,
right? Yeah.
because he put his heart into that. Metro Boomin.
Every time I go to
But
Metro
I
Diner,
like Hit Boy. I like Hit Boy.
I like Hit Boy too.
Somebody said Hit Boy is the Magic Johnson to Nas's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and I felt that.
Yeah.
I can dig that.
I'm not mad. That sounds accurate.
Yeah.
to me. I don't know. I can't get to this screen. Oh, here we go. R&B.
What was Ice Spice nominated for? For new
Best
Nothing,
artist.
nigga.
Yeah, best new artist.
Huh.
Worst new artist.
Stop, man.
Why they can't do a list like that? Get them the fuck out of here.
MTV should do that. MTV should do that.
Yeah, worst new artist of the year.
Mhm.
Oh, here's something.
No
Because
one will
some people have already won. So let me give you. I'm gonna just run it down who you think won, and I'll tell you who actually
You
won.
have the answer. Okay.
Yeah, this is best traditional R&B performance. You have "Simple" by Babyface featuring Coco Jones. You have "Lucky."
Can you stop?
That's a good song.
What does that mean? Like the category.
Best traditional R&B.
Yeah, like
What it
what's
mean?
read the whole. You said best
As
traditional R&B non-performance.
performance. No,
So
performance.
is that like
Not.
so that's like a live
So they
performance?
perform together,
I
or is
think
it
it's
just
just
like
it just says for new vocal or instrumental traditional R&B recordings. So I guess it's just
R&B,
R&B record.
WDS?
Yeah. Okay.
So,
All right. Continue. This I'm just as confused as I was before I asked the question. Go ahead.
me too. Now you confused me.
Continue.
I was just going right along with it, but now you fucking threw a question out
I
there.
fucked you up.
Now I'm confused.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You got
But who are they?
Lucky.
Who are
You got Lucky from Kenyon Dixon. You have Hollywood from Victoria Monet featuring Earth, Wind, and Fire and Hazel Monet. You have PJ Morton featuring Susan Carroll for Good Morning. And you have Love Language by SZA.
Nigga giggling like a little schoolgirl. Why do you do that? Ew.
SZA. Hey, probably not. She right
Chris,
anyway,
man.
but I love that song though.
I don't know. PJ Morton in them.
PJ Morgan. That's what I was going to go with. PJ Morgan too. That's what I was
You
going
are
to say.
correct. PJ Morton is the winner. He did win.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Morton ain't half bad.
Yeah, I like PJ Morton. He's a good dude. What is the? Let me see. Oh, they already gave the rap award, I guess. Actually, no. Best rap song. Best rap song. Here it is. It is. It's for the songwriters. You have "Attention" by Doja Cat, "Barbie World" by Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice, "Just Wanna Rock" by Little Uzi Vert, and "Rich Flex" by obviously Drake and 21 Savage. Who do you think got that? They haven't won this one.
Category. I mean, that's a stupid
What was
list
the
of
first
songs.
one?
"Attention" by Doja Cat.
That's what
I would give it to Doja Cat.
Yeah, Drake won, but I wanted to Doja.
You don't like Rich? Drake ain't won yet. Has he won a Grammy?
Nah, Drake ain't won no Grammy.
No, I just said Drake should in that category. Drake won, but I think Doja Cat.
Wait, nah. Drake do got that. He does have Grammys.
He has Grammy. Okay.
Yeah,
I think you don't think Lil Uzi gonna win this one? You don't think Uzi?
Nah,
even
man,
though
Lil Uzi
because you listen to the category though. Yeah,
best rap song.
Yeah, best rap song. I don't think that would be considered the best rap song out of all those.
But they nominated him. It's a top. They thinking it's a top 4 rap song of the year.
Yeah,
like we are a top 4 podcast in Delaware. By the way, go to Delaware Today.
I like how you do that out there.
Go to the media and communication section, and under podcasts, you'll see our name, Bruising Banner Podcast. Feel free to go ahead and vote for us as many times as you would like. Please, we would accept your votes. Votes in I think at the end of this month, end of February.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Vote.
I'm sorry. I missed one because actually this has been I missed one as well. Scientists and Engineers is by Killer Mike. Is the last best song of the year. This one actually already
I thought
won.
that was a category. I thought that was the category. Scientists and
of hip hop.
I was like,
of the hip hop category. Yo, I think that I really would think that they will win then, because they're the only ones who really, really, really definitely fit in that category.
Oh, Killer Mike.
Killer Mike. Yep.
You are correct. Killer Mike did win with Scientists and Engineers, and that was songwriters were Andre Benjamin. See that motherfucker out here writing.
That's nigga motherfucker out here, right?
Wait, he on that song, ain't he?
I think so. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, that's the song that he on. Yeah. So we know he's still rapping.
Yeah, see, he bullshitting me.
And he had good. That was a good verse on that song. So it's like
always a good verse, man. It's always a good verse.
Yeah, so it should be interesting. It comes. I guess it might be on right now. But all right. All right. Anything else we need to talk about this afternoon, morning, this evening?
You want to talk about that? We were featured on the podcast this past week.
Oh yeah! Shout out to Modern Brews and Beats. We were on
some beats, baby.
We were on their podcast, so if you got a chance, check them out, give them a listen. Definitely hit them up. They're the good folks over there, Tony and Jerry. Shout out to them. Even though Tony was on there, but he's not on there.
But he wasn't on there. He was on us.
Yeah, he was on there with us, but yeah. But shout out to them for the invite and for just being on the podcast. It was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and if you're in Delaware on February 22nd, come through to Autumn March and hang with us for our new trivia experience that we are delivering, being hosted by us for sure. Who all gonna be there? Me,
Who
you,
all gonna be there?
and the whole crew. Will be there giving out some nice prizes, plus some trivia that you may not be used to on a daily basis when you walk into a trivia night at a brewery, because you will be having trivia that features the likes of Martin in Living Color,
And
the Fresh
Fresh
Prince,
Prince,
and being Black History Month, you got to have some
Black
Black
people.
History facts, even though Black History is every day, all day.
Black history is every day,
Black
all day.
history.
Okay.
There was something else I had.
Yo, but then his face went right back to where it was. I think.
That's how you're supposed to be. That let you know I'm serious about my Black history. That let you know. Ain't no joking.
There was I'm trying to think. Is there another announcement that was also?
I'm not playing with doing this Black history, boy. I'm serious about my
Not at
shit.
all. Not at all. Black history.
I think that is it. I'm gonna keep moving. Keep right along. Before we go, that's what I had. I had because I said I was going to start this and I did not, so I'm going to start it today. It is the beer quiz for you gentlemen. Before we end the show, I have one question for you.
I like young gentlemen. I like that how you
I like that
young
too,
gentlemen.
but don't beer quiz me. I don't know shit about beer.
I'm gonna give it to a nice easier one. This is the question is, which classic beer style originated in the city of Cologne, Germany?
A check. Say now. Oh,
A
fucking
check.
no. In Cologne, Germany.
Yes.
A German.
Isn't it like the Pilsners?
No. Close.
It is the that's so dumb.
It's a light style beer.
Yeah, it is a light with
La lager?
No.
a saison.
All right.
Huh?
It is a Kolsch. Kolsch originated in Cologne.
Man, listen,
Germany.
don't be asking
Yes.
me. I told you don't be asking me these questions. I drink beer, I don't study it.
Yeah, I like the answer. Check. I wanted to end there. I was like, that's the answer right there.
Shit. You know what I do?
Check
Drink it. I know. Yeah.
Yeah, and from Germany. By way
That's
of
not
Germany.
German.
I didn't say it was Germany. I said by way of.
By way of, yes.
Countries. Yeah.
But the Kolsch originated in Cologne, Germany. Like a good Kolsch. Nice, fresh Kolsch. All right, before we get out of here, we all like to know what.
I want like a fruited Kolsch.
I don't like this trivia shit.
I think I've had a fruited Kolsch.
I would like to try that one.
Yeah, maybe one of our beer collabs, they'd be like, you might, hey, can we do a fruited Kolsch? They'd be like, you know what? Yes, sir. We can do a fruited Kolsch.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's do it.
Or they might be like, no, sir, we cannot do a fruited Kolsch. I guess it depends on. I guess it can go either way.
Right. We weren't ever going to be thinking about putting that on the agenda, sir.
All right, before we get out of here, we always like to know how people can find you on these worldwide whistles. So Lou, how can they find you?
You can find me at February 22nd at Autumn March Brewery at 7 p.m. I'm Lou.
There you go. All right. Yo.
I'll be there too. But you can find me on Instagram too at IAM302YODA.
All right. And you can follow the podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and X at Bruising Banter Podcast. Technically Bruising P on X, but hey, who's counting? You can still probably put it in as come up. You can listen to the podcast, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, anywhere you listen to podcasts. You can even say, Alexa, play Bruising Banter Podcast because we are in there. Also, iHeart and Pandora and all other stuff, like I said, everywhere. Remember to give us a rate, review, Smash that like button. Follow us on Instagram. Leave some comments on our posts. Make sure you like our posts. Rate and review
review
on your favorite podcast platform. If you want to follow me, Rob Stay Bruising. There it is, Rob Stay Bruising. Bing, bing, bing. You have to go www.bruisingbanter.com and get all that information right there as well. This has been episode 236 of Bruising Banter Podcast. Until next time.
Until next time.
Have a good week, everyone. Black
Bye.
Hey.